ready?
Yeah. Why do you have that in your hand?
Just in case. Huh?
What you about to do?
Nothing. Why are you so scared?
I'm not scared. I want to know why you have that in your hand.
I'm not promise I'm not doing anything. I just had it on here because I got to get my notes. See? We have a lot more notes than what's on here. And you said, Mac, you fucking tried it.
What did you do?
Before we start this video, please start this video off by clicking that thumbs up button, whether it's on your phone, on your tablet, on your iPad, at the computer desk. Click that like button because I want to see this video get 2,000 likes. You can dislike all you want, that's fine. Because when you disagree, instead of comment, most people just hit the thumb down button, which is fine. If you're watching the Scorpion Show for the first time, please make sure you click that subscribe button. Or I hope that by the end of this video, you click that subscribe button. And if you want to leave a comment down below. Some people like to take their comments, instead of leaving them on YouTube, they like to find me on Twitter and tweet me and aggravate me on Twitter because of my thoughts on things. I don't want to debate on Twitter. Leave it on YouTube where I can come back and reply to your comments. And shout out to everybody that commented on the last video.
That is amazing because I don't get any of it.
Oh, I did. Some people didn't agree. Shout out to Ernest Owens. He didn't agree with what I said about how black soul singers, they don't get the proper respect that they should like their white counterparts. He's like, oh, but they're not making great music and or they're working with the same producer. I said, everybody works with the same producers.
Now, you know what's so funny is that I don't agree with Ernest when he said that at all. You know what's so funny? Because I posted something similar on Instagram where I asked about Jill Scott, Luke James, Adele, and Sam Smith. And 95% of the people who left comments, probably 90% of them, said the same thing. And I actually realized how much it made sense, and I kind of agree with them. I see where they were coming from. They were saying that it's not that Jill Scott and Luke James aren't equally talented, because they are. They were saying that the reason why white artists like Adele and Sam Smith are so successful in their music and their sound, or whatever the case may be, is because they're being played on white stations and black stations, whereas though Luke James and Jill Scott are only being played on black stations and not white stations.
Shit, and most of the time they're only being played on the adult R&B channel like WWHL and not Power 99.
And it's very unfortunate because I think that that made a lot of sense to me. And I said, okay, now I can see why so many of these white artists are successful, because they're being played on both stations, black and white. And it's funny because if we want our artists to become that, because there's no doubt, there's no question that Jill Scott, Luke James, Jasmine Sullivan, those type of singers can sing. They can blow and they're talented. And there's no reason why people like Adele and Sam Smith, who are equally talented and who equally make the same type of music, are so much more successful than them. There's no reason why that should be the case. And I think that we as black listeners and consumers, we should tell our black owned radio stations, look, stop bringing these white artists on our stations if they're not going to bring our artists on theirs, because we're making them just as more popular by playing them on ours, and we can't even get them to play our artists on theirs. You know what I mean? I think it should be some sort of, and not only that, I think stations like Power 99, they need to start playing more of Luke James, or more of Jasmine Sullivan, or more of Jill Scott, and not just WDAS. Because like you said, here in Philly, WDAS is catered to the older crowd, whereas the Power 99 is catered to the younger crowd. And they need to start playing more artists like that.
It seemed like it turned into a hip-hop station, because back in the day, it used to play everything.
Yeah, Power 99 played everything.
Everything. Now it's just hip-hop this, hip-hop that. Yes, and then you'll get all the Beyonce songs you want to hear. Like, that's all they turn to, like who's popular and who's in rap. Like, come on, fix that.
And do they even, because I don't listen to the radio, do they still allow listeners to call in and request songs?
I'm sure they do.
Back then you used to call in, and you would be on the radio, can you play such and such, and they might hear, and they play it. Remember that? Yeah. And you would hear your friend, oh, I heard you on the radio. Yeah, because I wanted to listen.
Yeah, like, I want to give a shout out to everybody in Westfield. I want to give a shout out to my mom. And I want to do a birthday shout out. Shout out to all the Scorpios in the building and all of that stuff. You ain't going to say yes because you're a Sagittarius. Right. But that's all right.
No.
No. To do everything. The love line dedications with, what's something? Golden Girl and all of that stuff.
Golden Girl. weird.
Radio's the pop.
The radio, yeah, that's what I used to listen to. And people wonder why I don't listen to the radio now. Because the radio back then is not the radio that it is today. And so I don't listen to that trash, filth, and stupidness on the radio today. Like I said earlier, we were able to call in and actually request, and when you called into the radio station and requested, you were on the radio. You got to talk to them, and they didn't just say, "Who? All right, you want to request a song?" They said, "All right, well, who you want to give a shout out to?" And you'd be on the phone with the radio, talking about naming everybody, people dead, alive. Rest in peace to my cousin Mookie.
Yes. The rest of the
Everybody was on the radio, and you get your phone call. I heard you on the radio, girl. I heard you this, that, and the third. They don't do that anymore. They just don't, and hopefully we can get back to that. So then, people will feel more. People would be more active in supporting their favorite artists. So then you can call in your radio station and say, "Can you please play Jill Scott's new song, or Jasmine Sullivan's new song, or New James' new song, or Tweet's new song, or Lettucey's new song, or Music Soul Child's new song, or Tyrese?" All these artists that I just think can all sing. None of them not sing. So can we please get them back on the radio?
They deserve it.
They deserve it.
Are you going to the Holiday Jam, WWHL?
I'm not going to the Holiday Jam, but I did post. I posted the flyer on my Instagram page, and I'm gonna post it again. I'm not going, unfortunately, but I encourage everybody who can go to go. I mean, you got Jill Scott. What is it? SWV, or is it just Coco? Because the latest flyer I saw was just.
Ooh, they tried it.
I did. I'm not
Did Coco tweet it?
No, it was on somebody else's page. I think Patty Jackson's page. You know what? I'm gonna go to Patty. I know I saw it. The latest thing was with just Coco. They did try, because I'm trying to figure out what was going on here.
Oh, but see,
Jill Scott, Tyrese.
they must be her faves.
But why they just? She's not.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, I saw it.
You gonna have to ask Patty Jackson what's the tip.
What's the T-Patty?
So yeah, it's gonna be a big thing. You said SWV, Jill Scott, Jasmine Sullivan,
Tyrese.
New Edition, Tyrese. I think I've seen another boy band on there. It's gonna be popping. I'm gonna be there Saturday, November 28th.
I know that's
I
right.
can't wait. It's right after Thanksgiving. The food done already digested. You will be fine. So yeah, I hope to see y'all there, and y'all should come out and support these artists. And it's inside the Wachovia Center, not at the Leah Cora Center. So you know, yeah, the Wells Fargo Center. So they're anticipating a big crowd. Why do I keep calling the Wachovia Center? I'm just old. Anyway, it's gonna be popping that night. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I felt like a slug, and I didn't drink. I just chilled. And Mikkel invited me to go to church on Sunday, and it was right down the street. But I woke up, it was 11:10, and I was like, well, when I woke up, I was like, oh, Mikkel probably texted my phone. He didn't text my phone, and I said, oh.
You actually could have came because
It's
my pastor.
late.
Yeah, because my pastor had preached at my church, and then, when I tell you he blew the roof off down the street at Emmanuel.
Really?
No.
The way they have all them cars out there?
No. And it was their pastor's anniversary. And you all know, those of you that go to church know that church anniversary and your pastor's anniversary and Christmas and New Year and Easter are usually the days where the church be packed. Honey, when my church came in there, we filled up all the seats. And they didn't even.
Don't even do that. We're going to have to pray for them.
Yeah.
Y'all tried it. As many cars as I see packed up along 22nd Street. Well, who be in there? And then they got the speakers outside the church, so you can't miss the word. So I don't get that, but I'm glad your pastor blew it off.
Yes, he did. They blew it off, and we had a good old time.
Did they feed y'all too? I don't know. All right, we're gonna stop lowering our voices for those that don't like it.
Sorry.
So over the weekend though, it's been a lot of stuff. First, the football player Greg Hardy. Now y'all know last year he was suspended from after only playing one game, because we found out that, you know, he had abused either it was his girlfriend or his wife. He abused her, and the NFL, you know, at that time last year, they were cracking down on everybody. Bitch, you look at somebody the wrong way, you're suspended for 30 days or 10 games. So, what's his name? Roger Goodell put him on the list. He cannot play. And this year, it went from suspension from 10 games to 4 games. So he came back in October, played against the New England Patriots, and of course they lost against the Patriots. And this past week, which was it, the 5th, on the 5th of November, him and his girlfriend or his wife, they came to a settlement. They came to a settlement where I guess he would have to pay her, so she didn't go to court, and the charges were dropped, and it was expunged from his record. But on Friday, Deadspin.com, they released the abuse photos of Greg Hardy's girlfriend. And I mean, he abused her. Abused her. And I want to know why, after these photos leak, why is it okay that these football players can do this to their girlfriends, to their wives, to whoever, and this is okay, this is not okay? Well, I don't think he should have been able to play on Sunday.
Well, listen. I agree, but then I disagree. And I'm going to tell you why I disagree. Because the NFL had put out a statement saying that at the time that this all happened, I can't remember if it was they knew or they didn't know, but whatever the case may be, he was suspended. He was punished for the incident. He went to trial. The girlfriend didn't show up. So he did suffer the consequences with the suspension, and the charges were dropped and then expunged from his record. So as if it never happened. The photos were leaked after all of that happened. So therefore, okay, the photos are leaked and we all got to see what happened. So we can't then say after we see the photos, oh, something should have happened now. Well, because it's now expunged from his record. So, it's just that what that particular website did, to me, if they were smart, they should have leaked it before.
I hate that people do this
because then this probably would have
he would have been.
Yeah, it probably been more people talking about it. The NFL probably would have cracked down on him a little bit more. The girl may have showed up to court, but they decided to leak these pictures after the fact. And now that they're leaked after the fact, it's like, it's unfortunate because it's kind of like when people get raped and then 30 years later, after statutory limitations, then they come out and say, oh, I was raped. And it's like, I feel so bad that you were raped. I really do. But what can we do now? Because we can't charge this person because now statute of limitations. Our hands are tied. And it's unfortunate, but that's the way the system is. And I think, would you say Deadspin? Yeah. I really do believe they should have leaked these pictures earlier rather than later, because now it's like, it's like now nobody cares about it.
And NFL, y'all have to make sure y'all are doing enough. Like, I know these players are making money for the football teams and everything, but come on, can these football players play with some morals instead of beating up on their women? There should be a zero tolerance thing against domestic violence. Like, I think that if they're court arrested or anything, they should be out the NFL and forever. A permanent ban on it to make sure that this doesn't happen, because you have these men representing the NFL, and this is just not a good look for y'all. And even after these pictures came out, now y'all saying, oh, we didn't even know the severity of everything, we didn't see the pictures, and we're sure he didn't do this. And now those pictures are terrible. And if I was the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, if I was him, he would not be representing me playing for my team, knowing that he did some things like that. No. And I know there's second chances and everything, but no, he got to fucking go. Because I know there's some instance where couples fight. Shit happened. But that was taking it overboard. That was way overboard. I'm just not here for that at all. So I think that he should not be able to play. But he played last night and they lost to the Eagles. Thank you. And the rest of y'all treated the fuck out the Eagles last night. But that's alright. We still got the W. So yeah, I think that's just our opinion of it. How do you?
Well, let me just say this, because I don't want anybody, because I'm listening to you, and every time I always listen. I don't want people to confuse what you just said, because I think as I'm listening to you talk, I think somebody out there may confuse what you just said when you said, I know people fight, you know, shit happens, but that's taking it overboard. And I can see some smart ass saying, "Oh, so shit happens. Does that mean that it's okay to hit?" No, that's not what you're saying. It's not what I'm. That's not what he's saying. But what he's saying is, yes, couples do fight as an arguing fight, and once it becomes physical, that is a no. And I have not seen the pictures. I actually don't. Yeah, I don't really care to see the pictures. But you know, I mean, it's now nothing they can do. You know. She decided not to go to court for whatever reason, and
you know how that go. Yeah. And I like it's just crazy that some women do decide to stay.
Well, I don't know. I don't think she stayed. I think this is now his ex-girlfriend. I mean, I see what you're saying, but I don't. They're not together because what I've been reading is that they keep describing her as his ex-girlfriend, not his current girlfriend. Which I thought was very weird when I saw that she didn't show up to court. Because I'm thinking, like, you're his ex. So
he must have paid her a good grip.
He may have.
That's the only way.
Yeah. Because she's not, I don't think they're together anymore.
She's just like, F it, I'm out. You can give me a nice check before I walk anywhere. Okay.
Money talks. Yeah. Money will talk. And especially if it's a nice price, it will talk. So can we move on? Because there is a lot of stuff.
Yeah, there is a lot. The homeless at Howard. Student Jawanza Ingram. Now he was not suspended. He was kicked out of housing from Howard University because he let some friends in through a side door on the campus, and people are banned from coming in because of the sexual assaults that's been happening and everything, robbery, all kinds of things have been happening. Now this is his story. He claimed that on November 2nd, which was last Monday, it was one of his roommates' birthday parties, so he invited these people in, and they came in through the side just to celebrate. And then at midnight, I guess they celebrated, and then they left, and he said they left without incident. And he said on November 3rd, around 3 p.m., he got a letter saying that, he shouldn't have let anybody in on those side doors, and because of his actions, he will be he can't live on the campus until July 2016, meaning that his scholarship, he can still go to school, but his housing privileges are revoked until next year. So that means, I guess they get to keep the money, that the scholarship that he was, I don't know who paid for the scholarship, but he's going to Howard on the scholarship. Well, I can't see
how the scholarship would have anything to do with his housing. The scholarship is for his
because like
his
if they paying for you get a free scholarship. Or what is it? Tuition and home and board. Like who's getting that money?
But I thought the school is. But I thought that the scholarship. I didn't. Correct me if I'm wrong. For those of you that go to school, but I thought the scholarship was mostly for the schooling, not housing. I could be wrong.
I think they pay for schooling and housing.
Well, I don't know.
It depends on whatever kind of scholarship you have.
I don't know.
Because some people get a scholarship and have to pay
for housing.
For housing.
Yeah.
So they just was like...
Which to me would make sense. Because if I'm paying for you to go to school, you can at least pay something. Right?
Yeah. Some people just get a couple $1,000. But he got a full scholarship. Room and board too.
Okay.
And he got to go.
Now, but he's still able to study. He just can't live on campus.
He just can't live on campus.
So what's the issue?
This is the issue. He's saying that, this happened on Tuesday. The story didn't break until Friday. So during this time, he's speaking with the administrator saying that my family I don't have any family in D.C. My family lives in Florida. If I have to leave here, I have nowhere to go. So where can I go? And
so, go ahead.
So now he's saying that he spoke to deans, he spoke to all these administrators, and they're not helping him. And so we've seen the sad photo of him walking, taking his stuff out, and him on the streets living. And I do think that, I don't know what Howard's university policy is, but I do think that, considering he doesn't have any, or maybe it's just me because I'm an emotional person, I think my emotions would get the best of me saying, like, I wouldn't want you on the street. But there has to be like some suspension. Something has to be done. But just putting him out and he doesn't have nowhere to go, I just don't agree with that.
Okay. Now can I say this?
Sure.
Okay. So the rules are basically he broke the rule.
Yeah.
And those particular rules are implemented for a very, very, very good reason.
Yep.
They don't want any outsiders coming in here stealing from other people. They don't want anybody coming in here fighting the students. They don't want anybody coming in here raping any of the students. When I went on my cruise a few weeks ago, they warned those of us that were on the cruise. I went to the Bahamas. And so I didn't have a passport, but I had my birth certificate. And they made it abundantly clear to those of us that did not have a passport but your birth certificate, if you at any time show your ass on this cruise, we will put you off at the next island and you'll have to find your own way home. Why? Because we don't tolerate any of that. There are things that you're not allowed to do. You're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that, you're not allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. And if we catch you doing it, we're going to put you off. And because you don't have a passport, it's going to be hard for you to get home because you ain't got no passport. That was the rules. I understand that he don't have nobody in D.C., but he should have thought about that when he opened that side door. You can't break rules and then when you are reprimanded for it, then cry, oh, but I don't have nobody here. Shouldn't he have thought about that before he let them in? He should have. Because what if one of those people he let in did rape somebody?
Oh my God.
What if they did fight somebody?
He would have been expelled from
What
school.
if they did rob somebody? Then you know whose fault that would have been? On him. So you have to be a little bit careful of the things that you do. You have to be mindful. And I'm always cautious. When I leave the city of Philadelphia, I'm always cautious on the things that I do, especially when I'm in a different city, because anything can happen.
Yes.
Anything can happen. And if anything happens while I'm not near my home, I am by myself. I am by myself. Okay? So I need to make sure that when I'm in other cities, I follow those cities' rules.
Okay. No jaywalking.
I had to
Remember
follow
that
the
time
rules.
we jaywalked, they looked at us like
Yeah.
we were crazy?
I have to follow the rules. If I am in another city attending a university, I have to follow the rules. I cannot say, oh my God, I can't believe y'all kicked me out, after y'all already told me that if you do this, we're going to kick you out.
Now see, they saying that he didn't know any of that. And
Who's saying that? Him or the school?
Listen. So based on, he posted what they told him while he was out of school. Because listen, there was other things going on. Like some people were saying like, oh, they don't want to talk because he's been doing some other stuff.
Right.
And then on Saturday, somebody tweeted that, I was trying to be quiet, but they posted these pictures of him allegedly selling drugs. And that was the reason why he was kicked out of the housing. But this is my thing. Now, if this is true that he was selling drugs, mind you, on campus, if he's selling drugs on campus, wouldn't that be grounds for expulsion from the school? Like, we wouldn't want anybody selling drugs, and you letting people in on the side door too. That would have been in the paper.
Well, I don't know, but it could be because he may not have been expelled because the school may have been doing an investigation that he may not have known about. So they probably were investigating him and he didn't even know. And see, the problem is, especially I had explained this to one of my friends, especially at your workplace. A lot of people get fired for things, and some people say, how could you possibly have gotten fired for that? Not realizing that this particular employee has a history
of things.
Has a history of things. And this student may have had a history of things. People may have brought it to the dean's attention, whoever's attention about this particular student, and this particular student may have been on their watch list. And this incident may have been the nail that sealed the coffin. Like, look, we keep getting these reports that you're selling drugs, we keep getting these reports that you're doing this and doing that. Now that you're doing this, this is what's going to seal the coffin for us, and now you have got to get out of here. We're not telling you you can't study here, you just can't live here. And you should have thought about that before you started doing all that crazy stuff. And then don't come to me saying, oh, but I don't have nobody in this city. Well, you should have thought about that before you let them people in. Don't let no people in here and then cry wolf when you're told to get out. But you have to follow the rules.
But they said he was able to find housing somebody, an alumni from Howard, took him in. And
That's
was like,
good.
You can live here free.
Hopefully you don't break the rules in that house.
Yeah, and when you're in somebody's house, there are rules.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was in Howard's house. That was their house.
But I do feel bad. They just put him out. I thought, and then people were saying according to the code violations that he broke that was in the letter, according to the handbook, that whatever went on was not the reason why he should be kicked out, because it doesn't follow what's in the book.
Well, but
I don't go to Howard, so I don't know what's in the book.
But also, like I said, there probably was prior stuff that they
so
got tired of.
But if it really was a drug thing, like, that's crazy. So it's like right now we don't really know, but I don't think Howard's going to talk about it anymore. But I think that people who ever know the administrators or whoever that works for Howard, y'all need to be quiet too and stop leaking stuff and saying stuff. Just be quiet about it.
Moral to this story is follow the rules.
Yeah, follow the rules, and most of all, don't break them.
Yes. Follow the rules. Next story.
Don't break them. Don't break them. University of Missouri. I don't know the nickname. Is it Mizzou? I guess that's what they call it. So there have been a lot of incidents going on there, race relations and racism, and I read a story that somebody had put the feces in the Nazi symbol or something like that, like a swastika. Like, it was just, that's just crazy. And there's been just too much going on. So they have this this campaign, I can't remember, I think it was I can't remember that. They have a campaign going on. Like, they've just been like fighting, they've been fighting administrators and everybody to fix this. What are you guys going to do, because we're tired of this. This is on the Columbia campus of University of Missouri. The student population is 77% white and 7% black. And I found out that they started accepting black students in the year 1950. Well, it's just been a lot going on. One of the students was so fed up, he decided that, I believe his name was Jonathan Butler, he decided that he was not going to eat. So he was on a hunger strike. Amidst this hunger strike, some black football players, and most of the black football players there are there on scholarship, they found out that he was on a hunger strike, and they got together and said, the whole football team, and the coaches too, staff and everything, they said, well, until Tim Wolf steps down from the University of Missouri, we are not going to play football.
Now, what is Tim Wolf to the University?
Tim Wolf is the president of the whole chapter of the University of Missouri. They say we are not going to play football at all. So they didn't have football practice, and you know football is a big thing, especially with college students and everything. And to end this guy's strike this morning, it was announced that Tim Wolf was stepping down from the University of Missouri.
As the president.
As the president. And I think that, why did it have to take a football team saying, we're not going to play, to get Tim Wolf to step down, or for anybody to notice what's going on in this school and try to do anything to fix the race relations?
You know why? Because when you have a school that, what did you say, 70%?
77.
When you have a school that's 77% white and 7% black, that's why. Because majority of the people don't see anything wrong. I mean, we are not, this is nothing new. We come across a lot of issues in this world, in this country rather, where it's, you know, black people are offended by things that are being said by some whites, and then when it's brought up, a lot of white folks are like, well, why is that offensive? You know, they don't seem to grasp the idea that what it is that they're saying or doing is offensive, and so they just don't get it. This is why organizations like Fox News, whenever something happens and a young black guy is killed by a white police officer, you see Fox News defending the white police, and they're trying to find reasons why this black guy caused his own death. You know what I mean? When you have majority whites at this university, naturally none of them see the problem, and you will have a small percent of black people there. And because the football team is probably such a big thing for the university, and as we all know, majority of the team members are black, they're like, listen, this is how we're going to get people's attention. This is how we're going to get their attention. We're going to stop playing football because this is what people like you said. People love college football. We're going to stop playing football until the president of this university steps down, because he doesn't seem to get why it is that we're upset at what's going on. And I thought I heard or read that he had made some type of remarks too that were
I heard another. That was another. I think that was another campus.
Okay, I thought maybe it was the same one. Maybe I was reading something different, but I thought it was. But it's unfortunate that has to happen, and it's unfortunate that in 2015 we are still talking about stuff like this. But then again, like I said, it doesn't matter who's in the White House, it doesn't matter who's in the governor's house. As long as the sun is shining, there's always going to be racism. It's just always going to be racism. It's always going to be bigotry. It's always going to be something that is offensive that one group says to another, and this group particularly does not understand why it's so offensive. Why? Because you've never had it happen or said to you. So I applaud the football team, and I applaud everyone else who took part in this protest, because you got to start somewhere. And I saw that Tim Wolf said that, you know, this type of change, it's sad that this type of change, you know, change should happen, but it shouldn't happen this way. You're right, it shouldn't happen this way. This is why a dialogue should have been made a long time ago.
Yes, Mikhail.
But because the dialogue wasn't made a long time ago, this is the change that had to take place. And you, as president of this university, Tim Wolf, well, you're no longer president now because you stepped down. But when you were the president, you were the head of the university. So you should have been the one making sure that everyone below you made sure that every student that stepped foot on your campus felt comfortable, they felt safe, and they felt as though they could go to anybody, black, white, Asian, Latino, anybody, and talk to them about anything. But because you didn't do that, Tim Wolf, this is why the change had to take place, and it caused you to step down.
And I bet you the next person that fills in after you is going to make sure that
they're going to make sure all their T's are crossed and their I's are dotted.
And Alex Holly, she works for Fox 29. She's a news anchor, and she attended University of Missouri. And she was just reliving, you know, some of the things that went on. She said that this has been going on for a long time. There's 3 incidents, you know, that she can think of that went on. And she described one of them was that they had a black multicultural center there, and that the students had put cotton on the ground so that the black students could pick it up. Like, I felt for her looking at the computer screen, watching her talk about it. She didn't. You could tell she didn't want to.
But is she white or black?
Alex Holly black.
Well, I don't know. I'm at work. That's all. I mean, I'm sorry, but I am.
Well, you.
I apologize.
Yeah, that's my girl. Shout out to Alex. I posted it on my Instagram.
Oh, her?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the young lady who was on her phone the first time we were on Fox News. On her phone while we were talking. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes, you tried.
She tried us. Don't have your head down while we're talking.
But shout out to Alex for even telling her damn story. And I'm glad that, you know, we getting this done. And you know what? Not one fire was set. Not one window was broken. Not nothing.
They got together, they held hands.
They banded together and said, bitch, not today. And look what happened. So you can get your point across and you can make changes without doing those things. Throwing rocks and breaking windows and setting shit on fire. Them kids got together and they boycotted. And that's what happened. So, yeah, what else going on? Yusuf Mack, you tried it. He got flown out to LA in West Hollywood for a coming out party last night. I'm just done. Now I tried to defend you.
Can we stop talking?
I didn't think you listen. I did try to defend him. And I said he is not going to be waving the gay pride flag. And look what happened. See, you can't be selling out for dollars. No. People say, oh, he's gay for pay now. I don't know.
You don't know.
But listen, I'm over it.
You better start listening to me, cuz.
I'm done.
I can tell a fraud from a
But you know what? He looked clean.
Yeah, they cleaned
Listen, the fuck.
What do I always say? When I see somebody who's nice looking, I always say, and they are bummy, I always say, all you gotta do is give them a nice shower, give them a nice haircut, clean clothes. Yeah, you do.
You take good care of them.
Yeah, you take good care of them. Not on my dime now. Listen, I'm not nobody's sugar daddy. I'm too young to be a sugar Damn.
Yes, okay. Maybe about 10 years.
No, maybe about more 10 years. Fucking wrong with you.
So, listen, I know it's been a lot, but we got to get into the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Because I'm itching to talk about that.
Yes. Now, can I ask you the first question?
Me?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Did you miss Nina, yes or no?
No! Me neither! I didn't miss her. I didn't miss her. I love that Donald Trump shade that was thrown by Marlo to Kenya, asking did was Donald Trump one of her neighbors?
Yeah.
And Kenya said no, and she said, oh, Donald Trump. Come on, Nina. So yeah.
So let's get into it. So the show starts off. Child, who we see? I don't even remember who we see. I think it was
so much going on.
Yeah. Candy, congratulations, Candy is pregnant. But Todd is just over. And Todd be over all the women in Candy life. He really can't stand none of them, her friends or her family.
No, so, it's not. It's because it's not that he's
in the
over.
Middle.
No, I don't even think that. It's not that he's over the women in her life. He's over the shady women that are in her life. And I think Todd knows, as we all know, that Candy has shown her shady parts, her shady side these past few seasons. But I think Todd knows deep down inside, Candy, you ain't really like that, and therefore you hanging around these women that are not really your friends. They're not really your friends. They're your friends on this show. And, it's, yeah. So I think that's what Todd did.
And we just now finding out that Todd didn't get all his money from the booty workout deal with Phaedra and Apollo. I didn't know none of that was going on.
Now, do you think that Candy should say something to Phaedra or Todd?
Todd should be the one to say something to Phaedra. Because
that's his money.
Yeah, and plus Candy and Phaedra's relationship is already strained. So now it's like, oh, your husband got you coming over here fighting with me and stuff like that. I think Todd should be the one to do that.
Yes.
But Phaedra looking good. Phaedra looks good. The kids look good. Her mom looking good. I'm just wondering why her mother didn't move in. Or maybe Phaedra don't want her mom there, but I think that her mom would do great with the kids. She's there. She said her mom is there during the week.
Well, you don't necessarily got to move in. Because Phaedra may want a man over there. Her mom don't need to move in.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, her mom don't need to move in.
But, I'm glad that Phaedra is getting on her feet. She's moving on with life, and she seems much happier because Apollo's not around, which means that who knows when he's around.
Hey, can I say something real quick? I'm sorry. Can I say something real quick? Back to the mom moving in situation. I'm not here for your parents moving into your house unless there is a medical reason or something like that where your parents can't take care of themselves. If they can take care of themselves, then there's no reason why they should be under your roof, because then that's when your parents start getting in your business. And I don't need you in my fucking business. Especially when I'm grown.
I do think that Phaedra needs just a little help, but I guess her mom.
But she is getting help.
Yeah,
her mom's coming every day, which is fine. Come every day, help, and go home.
And her mom gives her great advice.
Her mom really does.
So I'm happy about that. So we just wanted to get the little minor stuff out the way.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Moving along to
Peter and
not Peter and not yet. No, not yet. I think, okay, who do we want to get? Okay, so we talked about Candy, we talked about Phaedra. Porsha and her boyfriend.
Yes! I gets my life from them. Porsha letting this inner thought out. Yes, I love it. She's young, she's fun. This is what you do when you are the youngest member on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Flirt. Do that shit, Porsha. And you got the fucking body to do it. But this is my thing.
It's the face. She's beautiful.
Yes. And this is my thing, though, Porsha. Own up to your fucking thoughtness, okay? Don't be acting like you just met him and y'all just kissing and now he's in the hotel room with you. No, because you made yourself look real cheap. No. Yeah. Just own up to it. Say y'all fucking and you happy. He's made you happy in years. Throw more shade at Cordell. That's how you fucking do that. Like, you look like you were alive doing that. And I was all here for it. So, Porsha, I love it. But see, this is how I know they fucking. Because she said, oh, you got to meet my mom. Anytime you willing to have them meet your mom in 30 days, y'all fucked. And it was real good. Because you done lost your damn mind and think you can introduce somebody to your mom after 30 days. So Porsha, stop playing. But I'm all here for it, baby. All here for it. And she look nice in the tangerine booty. You got any man? You want some man? You. That's what I thought you said.
No, that's not. See my man. No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said.
That's what I thought you said.
Sleep where I'm at.
Oh, hell yeah. what?
No, what?
And he's so young.
He got braces.
So what? Getting his body together, getting everything together. Getting the teeth, face is already nice. And his body is nice. Put Porsha right on that girl.
He was coming off as slow to me.
Yeah.
Like he really was. Like young and dumb. Like he's young and I can't see a relationship jumping off. That's why I agree that Porsha, you just need to just young, dumb, and full of cum. Yes.
They're the new Cole and Shanice. There you go, right there. Because both of them ain't too bright.
No, they're not. Not at all.
Porsha have fun though.
Yeah. That's what I think. Don't even bother about the relationship. Well, even though I was told last night that they've since
broken up.
Yeah. I mean, of course, because that didn't even look like a serious relationship. It was like fuck. It was fun. And it probably was fun while it lasted. And that's a sex tape I would love to see.
But see, Porsha, you so in love with this man and you with this new man and everything, you done went over to Porsha's house, Phaedra's house, and started spilling the tea all about Peter. And I'm like, well, damn, how you found out? But everybody knew because it was all over Instagram, where this girl was taking Instagram. I guess she looked like she was taking a selfie, but she was actually recording Peter filling up and fondling on this woman while talking to her in her ear. Now, this is my thing. Poor Peter, you sitting here lying. Both of y'all lying, okay? I don't believe this storyline for anything. I believe that y'all are doing this for the cameras. But since we're talking about this is for the cameras, come on now. What man or what... I don't know anybody that talks and touch like that.
Yeah.
Your hands were touching her titties, okay?
And your hand was on her
neck. Like you was like, yeah, bitch, I can't wait to get you. This thing. Like, come on now, Peter. Yeah. You just don't do that. So what's her name? Cynthia has every right to be upset with you. You can make up all the fucking excuses. You are married. And married men like to do shit when their wife are not around, when they feel they can get away with it. And this was one of those instances where, bitch, you ain't get away with a goddamn thing. And Cynthia, you continuously let Peter run all over you. If he ain't fucking up your money, he's fucking other women or arguing with your friends. Like, it's just too much. Peter just needs to have a seat. Let him stay in Charlotte while you run your business. Like, it's just a little bit too much.
One thing that really bothered me about Cynthia last night was I really didn't like her confession or whatever per se while she was talking to her sister at their
her unhappy ass.
Yeah, because she's very unhappy. I just did not, and she never looks happy.
No,
never. I just did not like when Cynthia confessed to her sister that no, Peter doesn't turn her on when he has his clothes on. Now, some people may not have really paid too much attention to that, but I did. Because to me, Cynthia, he is still your husband. And something like that, you just don't admit, especially not on camera. Especially not on camera. You don't do that because this is still your husband. To me, you were put, when you said that, you were placed in the same boat as him with touching this woman. Like, it's just certain things and certain things that you don't do and some things that you just don't say. And I understand that you were talking to your sister, that's fine. But do that off camera.
Kitchen table.
None of us should have known that your man does not turn you on anymore. It's a little embarrassing. And if he doesn't turn you on anymore, then why are you still with him? What is the asset that he has that you feel as though I just can't leave this man? Because season after season, it looks like you're the one who's bringing in the money, you're the one who's bringing in the ideas, and he's just, everything that he touches seems to flop. So, you need to like, I can't even, but I just
maybe because they have some issues going on that maybe that's why she didn't feel that way at that time about Peter, because I don't think that's how she truly feels that,
I think she needs to be a little bit more careful in the things that she admits on camera.
Especially with your sister.
That's unhappy.
Yeah. Because she's going to do anything to convince you to get away from him. Just like I said, we all know what's going on. We know you're not happy.
And we all do know what's going on.
Yeah. And then Mallory, since we're talking about her.
Since we're talking about Mallory.
You gave them all the ammunition, especially Kenya.
And they had the nerves to say, and I'm only telling y'all because, y'all seem like y'all care. That's the only reason why I'm telling y'all.
You know how these bitches operate. That was free ammunition, and they didn't even have to buy you a drink or give you some food, bitch. You just willingly, at your own sister's event, just gave up all the tea.
To Kenya fucking Moore.
Yes.
And she don't even like Cynthia.
No, that fake ass relationship they got. Then dumbass, that's more shit Porsha gonna tell Phaedra, but Phaedra was already there.
She's already there.
Like, what kind of sister is that? My sister would never spill no tea like that. All the shit I told her about Cordell, she would never.
Right. She was already over. She's gonna call Nene and tell her. And when Nene comes back to the show.
Girl, yeah, because I got the tea before game came out. I really got the tea that Nene was coming back.
Yeah, well, we all know.
In Jamaica, I said,
yeah.
well, what's the tea? Like, why? But allegedly, the girls have been saying some things. So Cynthia called Nene and told her. And Nene and Cynthia already have a scene where they apologize to
again.
Yes,
but don't tell too much. Like, don't tell too much.
She's like, well, come on down.
Yeah, don't tell too much. Yeah,
and that's why Nene's there, right, to get the girls that's been running their mouth. And Kenya Moore, I know you're one of them because
you're always
running your mouth. You read Shereé for this whole episode, and you didn't even know her, and you never met her. How? How, Sway?
Everybody was so upset because a lot of people don't really care for Shereé.
You know,
but people were like,
you don't know Shereé
to her.
Okay, she's an original. She's been 4 seasons on the Real Housewives.
Yes,
and you don't come for nobody like that.
You don't talk to her like that.
No, and you better hope your money don't dry up the way Shereé's did. I don't. Well, I mean, it had to because it would have been built. It would have been built.
Yeah, because it don't take no 6 years.
Yeah, but people have. But she's doing it with her money,
that's
and
right.
I'm glad. Yeah. And that's back on the show. And bravo, y'all trying it because the way Shereé came back and the way we been seeing shit, she should be having a peach in her hand. Yeah. I believe she needs to because anytime you willing to fight in your first 5 minutes back, oh, we need this. And Kenya is just add more fuel. Like who needs Nene Leakes? Like we could just, because Kenya already giving you, Kenya's been the same way. Ever since day one. Nene has been, she was fun at first, then I'm tied up, and yes, and I got this job, fuck this, I'm not saying that. Oh, I'm your friend, not your friend. Ah, bad friend, good friend, yes girl, no way. My husband is this, I'm divorcing him and we're back together. No. Kenya is consistent.
Yes, consistently shady.
Yes, and Shereé is consistent too. Okay, you don't know if you like her or hate her, but right now I'm on Shereé's side. And Shereé, since you back,
her hair was a little sweaty though.
Yeah, but she needs to get them workout DVDs together. We've been telling you this for 4 damn years.
Somebody could have gave her a fan or something.
Yes.
They could have.
Yeah, like, and then Kenya, like, you're better off buying a home. Like, why fix out this little place?
No, she was building it from the ground up.
No, not Kenya not building from the ground up. She's replacing. Like, just, you know how you gut it out and put new stuff in?
Can I ask you a question? Why would anybody build or buy a home down there like that and you got to drive over there like that?
That is scary because Kenya Moore, you never know who's going to be waiting for you at your door. And then you showed it on TV. Like you just come on down.
You don't even see the house on the street.
No, and let it be dark at night. And in these fucking trees.
Don't let the hill be icy because you're not getting your car up that hill. You're not even getting up there.
No.
You better build some steps.
It's a mess.
Getting that car up that hill.
You better all just go into like Duluth somewhere.
Yeah, why would you do that?
I don't know. But that's Kenya for you. She's crazy.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but yeah.
And then she, like, her and Shereé going back and forth. I did get my life from it, but I'm just mad that how can you come for someone and you don't know them? You done let Nene Shay tell you all of this stuff, and now you just like, oh, I don't like her, and Shay told she can't pay, and all of this stuff. Like, that was just crazy. And then you worrying about other people's men. Kenya, where the fuck is your man?
And she keep talking about these imaginary kids that she's supposed to be having. No. She's supposed to be raising in this house.
I don't know what happened.
She's getting pregnant by him.
She got to get pregnant first. She got to get a man first. Maybe Kenya Moore is a lesbian. We don't know. I don't know. But Kenya, like, you are a little bit too much into what's going on in everybody else's relationship and throwing shade. But what's going on with you? What other projects you have going on besides your house? Whatever happened to your spinoff with the TV show and everything that Aunt Viv was getting on you about? I don't know. But that's what
Aunt Viv and Kenya Moore are 2 people that should not be working together.
No, never. And Aunt Viv is shady. I mean, she is just crazy because she's going to spill everything all on Facebook.
You make her mad and she's going to do it.
And you didn't pay me. And you know what? Keep that money. I don't need that motherfucking money. Fuck you and your show is not going to be successful. Nobody. I'm surprised Bravo didn't even pick it up. It must have been terrible. I didn't watch it.
I'm surprised Bravo didn't put her on the show. But Viv said she's not on the show. That would have been
She said, I'm not lowering myself. And then she's going to get mad because Kim Fields want to join the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let me tell you something. Reality TV right now is the motherfucking thing. And for you to be on a show like the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I am here for it. As long as Kim Fields do not tarnish her name by doing all that dumb shit and saying stupid shit, she's cool with me. Bring Queen Latifah on. Bring the girls from Living Single on. Show us how you living and everything, but don't dwell in all that drama and get all down in the dirt and messing with them. And then you never know, it could reestablish your career. Look at what it's done for Nene being on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Right. Nene has been doing the damn thing, and she's going back on Broadway. So clearly, right now, she doesn't need the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but for some reason, she's going to be on the season. I enjoyed this episode. I really did.
I did too.
It was good.
I did.
And Kenya Moore, I need more Kenya and Shereé. I'm living for this.
Yeah.
I'm living for this feud. But I really want to see Kenya and Phaedra. I want to see them go at it. We've seen some of what's going to happen on Watch What Happens Live. But they really need to fix their friendship because it's not. It's just sad to see.
Oh.
Kenya and not Kenya, Candy and Phaedra. Y'all need to fix that fast.
But Phaedra's so fake, and Candy can be fake too. Like they're both fake. I don't care about that. Can we talk about Watch What Happens Live?
Yes. Now, for those that didn't watch it, because you know sometimes you just change the channel, but no, this
I don't watch
it. It was good. This was up. This episode was up there with Jack K and Regina King the first time they were on, and they got real drunk. That's the episode this was up there with because everybody was cooperating. Even Mama Joyce was throwing her little shade or trying to be cute and everything. Candy talking about what's going on, but Vivica at the 10-minute mark of Vivica being on there, I thought she was drunk. She was not drinking.
No.
She insinuated that.
No. Start from the beginning. So not the very beginning, but Vivica Fox was asked a question.
Yes,
she was responding to something that Andy asked her. Apparently, 50 Cent had made a comment about Empire and saying that the reason why the ratings are not as good as they were last year is because of a lot of the gay activity that's being shown on the show. And Andy asked Vivica to respond to that comment that 50 Cent made. And so Vivica said it's interesting the pot calling the kettle black. And that's when everybody
including Candy was like, bitch, what? When this guy go off, you got to give me the tip.
What? So then Andy with the cue card was like, wait a minute. Wait, what are you saying? Wow. And she started doing the flip of the hair, she's looking at the camera and all this.
So good.
So everybody's like, what the hell? Are you saying that 50 Cent is gay? And she's just like, well, she never came out of her mouth that he was gay.
But
she was insinuating very, very good and hard that he was gay. So, of course, social media went crazy. I was actually out last night about to be a thought, and Kevin called me and said, did you see Watch What Happens? No, I wasn't about to be a thought. And said, watch, did you just see it? And I said, no, I had already left the house. I left the house because I don't really watch that
on a Sunday night.
So Kevin told me, and I'm like, oh my God, did she really say that? So I go to social media and I'm seeing people, and I'm like, oh my God, and then I'm like, 50 fucking Cent. That is one of the worst celebrities to get into anything with because once he gets started,
he never stops.
Never stop. And I said, oh my God, Vivica done put her foot in her mouth. Now. Well, honey, I don't know if it was like an hour or two or whatever. Maybe not even that.
Maybe 3 hours.
50 Cent got on Instagram and he responded. And I'm going to read. Let me.
Come on. Put them church glasses on.
Yes, because I can't see too much right now. So let me just go to his page. And I found the first post he posted was a screenshot of what Soulja Boy and Soulja Boy posted. It's a horrible picture of Vivica Fox. Horrible recent picture. Soulja Boy posted a picture of Vivica Fox saying, "Everybody hit up this cougar. She's single and ready to mingle. 1-800-Granny, desperate for attention. Extension, I'm washed up." And 50 Cent reposted that. He also left a caption of his own under that very picture. Now, 50 Cent's caption reads, "Oh no, now she thinks I'm gay because I let her lick my ass." Listen, hey.
But that don't mean he's
No,
gay.
it doesn't mean he's gay. There's a lot of straight guys out there that
like
you know, they like their ass. I mean, to me, I find it a little interesting because I know a lot of guys, straight guys, are like they don't like females or anybody touching their butt. Yeah. So for a straight guy to say he likes his ass, like, okay, well, to each his own. And if you can find a female that can do it, hey, more power to you. And there are some females that like to eat ass. Yeah, very freaky. So he put laughing my ass off. Wait, I didn't want her to. She forced me. My hands were tied. 50 Shades of Grey. He didn't end there. He then posted another picture with Kevin Hart's face saying, waiting on 50 Cent to respond to Vivica Fox. 50 Cent left a caption saying, man, somebody should have told her I'm a troll. I got my asshole merit badge on now. The next pictures he's posted of her and the indent in her breast. And it says, bitch, remember you told me fuck Halle Berry and you could have played all the roles she did better than her. And I just looked at you like, what the fuck kind of shit did you take? And I can see her saying that she's a better actress than Halle Berry. I really can see her saying that. Yeah, so he basically goes and then there's a picture that he posts, laughing my ass, who the fuck made this? A picture, it's actually Brian Pumper. I saw that scene. I did.
I've seen a lot of scenes.
I think, yeah, he likes his ass. Brian Pumper, the porn star, he likes his butt. Yeah, he does. He is.
Have you ever? Nice time. Go.
So anyway,
They was not ready.
Vivica, let me just say this to you. Sweetheart, you stepped into this mud pile. You really did. And it's interesting because you know 50 Cent. You know him very well. For those of you that are new to the show that may not know this, Kevin and I actually had dinner with Vivica Fox a few years ago. She was here in Philly and Kevin knew somebody who works with her. And, you know, they invited us, well, he invited us out to dinner, and it was the four of us at the table, me, Kevin, him, and Vivica Fox. And we talked, and that's probably like a few years after her and 50 Cent had broken up. And we talked, and whatever the case may be, and she was a cool lady, you know, very nice, you know, this, that, and the third. I can't imagine why somebody like her would stoop to this level. Because it does look like, Vivica, that you are looking for attention by making that assumption because of the fact that a lot of us that remember correctly, even after you and 50 Cent broke up, it kind of seemed like you still wanted him. And I think she did an interview of some sort stating that, you know, she would get back with him or something like that. But it was kind of weird that she made this accusation or this insinuation against him. And Vivica, if you like to lick the booty hole, I mean, you like to lick.
All power to everybody that know how to do it right.
Yeah, right. And it's
right.
Clean.
And clean.
I'm putting my face down.
Well, I don't even want to. Don't talk like that. But clean it though.
Don't just clean it.
Because if you want them to come back, it needs to be clean. Because if they don't never come back, you know why. Oh, you know why.
And don't have no toilet paper stuck.
No! Woo! They're going to hate us for a second. But that's fine. You can hate me.
But don't do that.
But it's not like it's out the ordinary to hear about this.
No,
50 Cent is... I don't think 50 Cent is trolling when he's talking about getting his ass ate. I think he's serious. He's serious.
I mean, listen, if he likes to get his ass ate, he likes to get his ass ate. But Vivica, you were digging when you did all that. Like, that was... 50 Cent wasn't bothering nobody last night.
Except for Rick Ross.
His fucking
this time. Because him and Rick Ross been going at it.
Always been going at it for years, so that's nothing to do. But 50 Cent was minding his business in his own world, Vivica. You should have left him over
Meal on stage.
You should have left him over there. You should have left him, and now he's bothering you. And then and you know what? That covered with him. Care. No, she don't care, but she should, because when you be.
But see, he could look at all them old pictures and throw them shade. Vivica looks fucking good, and she looked fab last night.
But yeah, she did look good. But let's not. I mean, Vivica looked better before she had to work.
But she should have never touched her face.
She never touched her face.
But see, she looks better than some of the girls that touched their face.
Yes. Listen, I didn't say it this time.
And I didn't say no names, so don't nobody come for me. And don't cry for me, Undertaker.
Listen, baby, keep doing what you're doing. When you do, guess what happened last? Baby, I gotta tell y'all this story real quick. So, babe, the fuck babe. Hey, y'all gonna get a kick out of this. So after that, Kevin, you should have been fucking there.
At church?
Yes. I think I peed on myself too. But they gotta have black. So,
wait, come on.
we are in, so, you know, my church visited another church yesterday because this other church that we were visiting, their pastor was celebrating his pastoral anniversary, 28 years. So while we're there, me and a few other members, we had got there early because my service at my church started early, and I didn't go to that because it was too early. I ain't going to church until 9 o'clock in the morning. That's just too damn early for me. So I made my way over to the second church to wait for my pastor and the other congregation to get there. So while we're at the other church, you know, some of us are there, and their service had already started, waiting for my pastor to come. So, you know, we're singing and stuff, you know, praise the Lord, praise and worship, this and the third. So one of the associate ministers comes to the microphone, and he calls up one of their members to come up and speak about, you know, their pastor who's sitting in the back. I don't know why he sits. I don't know, but that's neither here or there. I don't go to that church. So anyway, he's sitting in the back, and he asks her to come up and give some remarks about the pastor on his anniversary, mind you. This woman gets up to the microphone, and she starts talking about, in the very beginning, you know, she starts talking about, you know, how, you know, she met the pastor, but then it goes left real fast to the point where the rest of her speech had nothing to do about the pastor and everything about her. It went left when she says, when I think about my pastor, I think of two songs. The first song was, and this is no exaggeration, y'all, Put My Hand Up to God. The first song was Strumming My Pain with His Fingers.
By Roberta Flack.
Singing my
Kill Me Softly.
So I instantly got wide-eyed because this man's wife and his daughter is sitting in the sanctuary with us, and you talking about her husband.
Oh no!
Yeah.
So what was the second song?
I don't know, but Strumming My Pain with His Fingers is not a song that you dedicate to a man who's married.
No.
His wife is sitting in there, and we in the church.
Well, how did she react?
I don't know, because I was too busy looking around trying to figure out, does anybody else say this song? And me and my pastor's niece, we were sitting next to each other, and we were laughing. I was looking like, and my pastor's sister, Gracious, she was sitting behind me, and she's like, wait, is she really singing? She was. Strumming My Pain with His Fingers.
She true.
You know, some things you just don't do.
You don't do that. And you don't sing like, that's worse than the lady singing Mary J. Blige at the funeral.
Yes,
okay?
Kevin. That's what I thought.
You went there and said, when I think of my pastor,
this married man whose wife is sitting a few rows away from me, and his grown daughter, and his granddaughter, and his granddaughter, when I think of him, I think of Strumming My Pain.
and nobody got up to get up and get that mic out her hand.
No, they didn't.
Oh, let the show go on. I should have been.
Bitch. Then she started talking about everything else that had nothing to do with him. And mind you, by this time while she was still up there talking, that's when my pastor and the rest of the congregation come in. So you know my pastor has two twin boys, and they're 11. Byron sits in front of me, and as the lady's talking, she has her phone up to the microphone, and she's playing this video of her granddaughter of what I don't know. Yes, she was doing that. And the little boy, he turns around, he says, what is she talking about? I said, Byron, I was trying to figure out for the past 15 minutes, I don't know. Just turn around, because I don't fucking know what she's talking about. It was one of those moments where you had to have been there, because you'd be like, is this for real? And she had the nerve to get fake emotional and walk away. And I was like, well, what did she say about the pastor other than he be strong? She's like in her 50s, because he's like in his 60s. This is not a man that I want to think about strumming anybody's pain with his fingers. I'm just going to tell you that right now. He's doing that. listen, hey,
He's strumming some other thing.
He's strumming some other thing. And I'm surprised that his wife just sat there because I was like, hold up, wait a minute. My husband's going, what? Yeah, he was strumming her pain.
Oh!
I'm going to tell my pastor too, because my pastor missed it.
Yeah, I want to know.
I'm going to say, Pastor, I forgot to tell you. That lady who came to our church that day said that Pat was strumming her pain with his fingers. Did you know that? Something's not right.
I know First Lady wouldn't go for that.
No.
She'd be the first one.
Because she'd be like this. You know her. She'd be like this. Wait a minute. Does anybody else hear that? Yeah, she don't play no games. She don't play the job.
Oh my God.
It's some things you just don't say. And especially to somebody married. And then to me that was a little disrespectful because his wife is sitting there. And she may not have meant any harm, but to me, that song choice showed me that you completely blocked out everybody else in their feelings and your attention was just on you and him. And my thing is, when you say things like that, you have to think about the other people that are in the room, especially their wife, their significant other. Come on, strumming my pain with his fingers? That's not even a church song. Jesus ain't nowhere in that song, so why is this man strumming your pain with his fingers?
Maybe you should do some investigation.
No, I don't need to do nothing because I don't go to that church. No, you go there and find
and she probably from the neighborhood too. Well, something I forgot to mention in the beginning of this video, and more details will be coming as we develop. The 2016 Blackout will be in Las Vegas, Nevada, May 19th through May 22nd, but the festivities will start May 20th and May 21st, which is a Friday and Saturday. Right now, if you're looking for a travel agent, we're working on getting prices for you. If you would like to deal with the travel agent on coming to Las Vegas with a friend or maybe another friend, we will be giving you guys more information. After Candy and I and everybody else do another conference call. But if you live in Vegas, if you know a good venue, please contact me. I know that the Ghetto View she's in Vegas, so she's been doing her thing, but I know right now she's been in a hospital. So if you know any venues and stuff, please let me know. I will give you all more information next week about it. But it's May 19th through May 22nd, so please take off. I'm letting y'all know now. It's not Memorial Day weekend.
It's before Memorial.
It's before Memorial Day weekend. So that way more people will have a chance to come and not have to fight to take off. But again, we'll give y'all more information on that. What else? I don't know what else there is to talk about except for my birthday next week.
Oh yeah, your birthday's next week, and on Sunday, December 6th, which is the first Sunday of December. Let me just look really quick. Yes, Sunday, December 6th. If you are in Philly, if you live in Philly, the Philly area, my church, St. Joseph Baptist Church, 54th and Vine, we are selling, we're doing a chicken and waffle sale. So if you like chicken and waffles, come out and support, okay? This is a fundraiser. No, I'm not going to bring it. You're going to come to church that day because it's on a Sunday.
Yes, I'll be there.
We're going to be starting like around 1 p.m. So make sure you guys come out and support. As you know, this is a fundraiser for our Friends and Family Day that's going to be on May the 15th, 2016. I think it's either the 15th or the 16th.
Is that Mother's Day?
No, it's I think it's the Sunday after Mother's Day. It's the third Sunday in May because Mother's Day is the second Sunday in May. So it's the third Sunday in May. That's Friends and Family Day, and everybody's invited. And I told you guys a few videos ago that I was going to have this my PayPal account where you guys would be able to send in cash donations so that we can raise money, because each family, each president of the family is asked to have his friends and family or her friends and family, donate money, and at the end, whichever family gets raises the most money for the church. Not for a person or any persons, but for the church.
Amen.
Okay, I make that very clear. For the church, whichever the president of, because some people get confused. Oh, well, I'm not sending no money because I don't want nobody. For the church,
yes,
okay, for the church, okay. The president of the family that wins the most money, raises the most money. I'm sorry. They will get a gift, and because I'm on the committee, I'm making sure that whoever wins gets a really nice gift. Now, if I win, I'm not going to accept the gift. I'm going to give the gift to somebody.
Yeah, maybe I should join this church so I can win. And
well, yes, that's how it's going to be. So when I decide to post that information so you guys can start sending your money to PayPal, I'll let you know, because I don't want nobody sending no money now because it's too early to be sending no money. And trust me, all of the money that I receive for this will go to the church, and I will have all of you, I'll make sure that Kevin records it, the receipts, and everything, because I don't want nobody to think I'm taking any money from my own personal gain. No, you will have the receipts, and you will see exactly that the money is going to St. Joseph Baptist Church Friends and Family Day 2016. Okay? Alright, but don't forget, the chicken and waffle sale is Sunday, December the 6th, and it's starting around 1 p.m. So if you want to come, if you're in Philly, and you want to come to service and then eat afterwards, you're more than welcome to do that. If you don't want to come to service, you just want to support the chicken and waffle sale, you can come and do that too.
And how much is chicken and waffle now?
No. I think the plans are going to be like $8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely getting in.
Yes. Okay? So make sure you guys, so make sure you guys come and support. And any other?
Yeah, and if you know any other YouTubers that want to be a part of the Blackout thing, please let me or Candy know so we can all be on the same page. And I don't want no YouTubers this year to be like, oh, I got left out, or oh, I was afraid. Fuck that. Come.
Oh, no one shouldn't have said that this year because. But I thought y'all made it abundantly clear that everybody was invited. I was even telling people about it, and I wasn't even there. And I was telling people, make sure y'all are a part of this.
Yeah.
Some people just like to be.
Or they feel like you need to come to them before they come to you, and I'm just like, it's not even about
because
that.
I came to a few YouTubers, and I'll let you know who I came to when we turn this camera on. But I came to a few of them, and I let them know, and I guess they probably felt like, well, because they didn't see me posting nothing, that they wasn't going, they probably was waiting for one of y'all to say something. But I invited them, and I told them you're more than welcome to be a part of it. But some people just like to be difficult.
Yeah, well, I ain't got time for that. I'm all about creating memories, and that we did September the 1st. Right. I mean September the 5th. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna go. Y'all have a great week. Y'all stay out of trouble. Mama Scorp will be back this week, and McCullough and I will be back this week. And yeah, so y'all be good. I'm out. Peace.
I keep dropping this.
Yeah.